your killing force, deadlier than global terrorism. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings on all your brethren teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. And shalom to the few Akwaf that listen and subscribe to this truth as well. Shalom. And this is going to be a quick lesson from the video I did yesterday titled, Are You a Thought Criminal? All right. And as I was reading articles, this one's from December 29th. They're just showing you that, who was the World Health Organization. This is more of the slander, more of the labeling, more of the, case they're building around anybody who basically has a narrative or an opinion outside of the mainstream media, man. All right. And they're literally trying to turn the world against anybody who doesn't, as Gerald Salente would say, swallow their shit, man. So now they're saying that anybody who's not jabbed up, you're a major killing force, man. All right. What are they doing basically? They're basically making you an offender. They're basically making you a terrorist, an enemy of the state, man. Somebody that needs to be locked up, somebody that needs to be, not have a place in this society. And now they're even saying that, like I was saying yesterday, anybody that has an opinion or anybody that speaks out against this, the harmful results of the people that are being jabbed up and, basically anything that's just wicked and anything that this government is trying to force down your throat for you to believe and just go along with. If you speak out against that or have an opinion outside of that, they're trying to come against you. They're building a case against you to lock you up and throw away the key and to deem you insane and crazy, and basically a fucking terrorist, man. Somebody who's looking to hurt the government. See, so I'm going to read a little bit of this article. It's got a couple of precepts, not going to be long. It says the WHO has declared those who have refused to take the controversial COVID vaccine a major killing force globally. Now that's fucking slander, man. That's ridiculous, man. That's like a very serious accusation to make, man. They're basically saying that you're a walking killing force, man. That means that you don't need to be free. That means you need to be locked away. Which this is all just psychological operations and fear tactics, and just show you how far this devil is really willing to go for you to comply and obey and to do what the hell he wants you to do, man. It says, as part of a new campaign being launched across social media, the video accuses those warning. See, remember, this is part of the being made an offender. It says the video accuses those warning of the dangers of displaying anti-science aggression. You see how they're just making up all of these fucking labels and all of these fucking tags that they can put on you, man. All of these offensive, labels that they're trying to, slap on anybody that speaks out against their wickedness, man. It says an anti-science aggression. The fuck? It features pediatrician Dr. Peter Hotez lamenting the devastating impact of misinformation and disinformation regarding you see what that is, you see? And you can see ultimately what they're doing, man. And then they'll use a doctor, a sellout, a coon to come out there and to further promote this agenda, man. You see? We'll show you that a lot of these doctors are brought and paid for. They're all quacks. They're all sellouts. They're all falsifiers, man. And they're willing to label you an anti-science aggression just because you don't want to believe they bullshit. Now you have to think further. They can call us anti-science aggression because we don't want to believe in the Big Bang Theory, man. That we believe in the creation story of the Bible. Damn, you can be an anti-science. You can be slapped with this label and this tag, man. So you can see that it's about to be a very hard push against the men of the Lord pretty soon, and everybody else as well. But this video is directly mainly towards us brethren and us. Those are the household of faith, man. That they're about to come against us with all of these different labels and different tags, and ultimately to try to come up against us and attack us, man, for speaking out against all of this bullshit. All right, let me get a couple precepts. I'm not going to make this a long video. This is just, as I was reading it, I was just like, damn, it's the video that I was saying the other day. And this applies. This is Proverbs 9:7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. And he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. You see, and that's what they're doing with that label anti-science aggression, man. Or what else labels they have? Anti-sim anti-alphabet, you know, anti whatever the hell, you know what I mean? The list can go on and on and on, man. And they can try to use these tactics on any form of, any form of you having an opinion outside of the mainstream narrative. Let's get this word for blot, man. They're gonna basically try to label you crazy and deem you crazy, man. The word blot is ma'awam. It says ma'ayam. It says a blemish, spot, defect, a physical defect of a moral stain. You see? What else they got? Yeah, you know, they're basically gonna try to deem you crazy, man. Deem you as like you have a defect. Like, you know, basically they're gonna let's start labeling people that have opinions outside of the mainstream narrative literally as crazy, man. Don't believe this person. They need to be locked up, you know? They're sick in the head. Shit, motherfucker, even went as far as saying that you're a global walking deaf, you know? It says, reprove not a scorner lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. See? And that's what these devils don't have, man. They're not wise. They're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. But the main point being is that he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a block. And this devil has all of the mainstream media, you know, he has the social media, TV, television, and all these things at his disposal to come against anybody that speaks outside of the mainstream narrative. You see, they just arrested that guy, Andrew Tate, you know? So you can see, you know, how far these devils are willing to go. It says anti-blah blah activism, which I actually call anti-science aggression, has now become a major killing force globally. You see, that's part of that blot they're trying to slap on anybody who comes up against the mainstream narrative, or anybody basically who has common sense or who can read and, you know, use their brain, man. It says professor and dean at BCM, whatever, on devastating impact of misinformation and disinformation, which these devils are the major ones, you know, using misinformation and disinformation. But you see how they're able to flip that and turn it and label you what they truly are, man. That's truly the work of the devil, man. It says in a recent interview with The Guardian, Hotez took issue with Joe Biden's recent claim that the Chinese blah blah is over, describing it as the wrong message to give at a time they are trying to encourage people to take another booster. See, and that's part of their main thing, is to get you to take this shit. And they'll even go as far to label you a fucking global killing force if you don't do this thing, man. And, you know, and it's going to get worse and worse. They're going to, you know, as they bring in new lockdowns, climate lockdowns, and different things of that nature, they're going to, you know, they're going to lay it on even thicker. They're going to put more and more tables, more and more tags on you. And then it's going to come to where they're going to start using unrighteous decrees and laws they're going to pass in order to, if you don't do these things, you'll be able to be punished. And that's what's going to cause a lot of people that's not giving in to give in. You know, they're going to use fear tactics. They're going to threaten you. They're going to take things away, even lock certain people away until where, you know, they're going to scare you to the point to where you're just going to give in and do it, man. You see, but those of us who are, you know, of the household of faith, that's where our faith is going to have to be in overdrive, man. All right. We can't fear none of those things which we are going to suffer. We're going to have to remain faithful to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We know that this man is our enemy. We know that he's lying, man. And you can't let him scare you into believing his lie. Or like I said, Gerald Salente swallowing his shit, man. We have to be faithful even unto death, and we will receive that crown of life, as I was saying yesterday. It says we're still in the 200 to 300 deaths per day, Hotez complained. Blah, blah, blah is still there. It's still their third or fourth leading cause of death in the United States. It's definitely the wrong message to give, given the fact that we're desperately trying to persuade. See, to persuade. Look at this word persuade, man. It says what? Persuade, to cause someone to do something. Let me see. To cause someone to do something through reasoning or argument or propaganda or lies or fear or psychological operations, you know? Look at this. It says to cause someone to believe something, especially after a sustained effort, convince of a situation or event, provide a sound reason, but they don't have a sound reason to it, you know? I got any more synonyms? Dispose, incline, motivate. Yeah, motivate. Remember, they was trying to motivate everybody when this shit first happened. Let's look up the word synonyms for. I didn't want to do all that. Look at this. It says advise, coax, enlist, entice, exhort, induce, you know, and all those things can be used in a very negative and wicked way, which is what these devils are trying to do. So like scripture say, man, we're not ignorant to Satan devices, man. We see what this devil is trying to do, but it's just further making a point of what I made yesterday is that, you know, these devils is definitely trying to take it there. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse, what was I? Oh, it says, 12, it says, a scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go to the wise. Right. That's why they're not going to put us on the mainstream media. They're not going to allow these other doctors, medical doctors who are coming out against the, the irreversible and harmful results of the yabber dabber, you know, they're not going to put them on mainstream media, but they'll put these guys like that, Dr. Hotex, and these liars and these slanderers and these falsifiers on TV to entice and to coax you into believing this shit, man. You know, but they're not going to put those who know what's really going on in a position to where they can have a voice to speak, because they don't want the people to be informed of what the shit is truly about, man. You know? So let me go back to this last same scripture I read yesterday. This is Isaiah 29 and 21. It says, read up. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That maketh a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. See, and that's what they're doing. They're setting snares for anybody that's speaking out against this thing, and especially us, the men of the Lord. You know, we're gonna have our moment where they're gonna, you know, come up against us, man, and label us and put that blot on us in a major mainstream way. You know, all because we're speaking the truth and exposing this damn devil, man. All right. It says, and turn aside the just for a thing of not. Yeah, they're going to turn aside those of us who are justly, you know, moving and living and trying to preach that as a thing of nothing, man. You know, they're going to say that what those guys are saying are absolutely bullshit. If you believe it's going to lead to your destruction, it doesn't work. You're going to die. You know, you're going to get other people killed. And we just can't have that, you know. So they're going to go all out and all in to continue to push this agenda, man, and deceive and, you know, scare a lot of these people into, you know, walking into this trap and in this snare and getting down with their agenda to your own destruction, man. So I just wanted to go into this because, you know, it linked in with the article, with the video I did yesterday. So Lord willing, you were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shaf, put the spirit of me and do this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.